What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and we're going to give you some bold projections here for Texas. Take a look at where they're projected to go, and also give you my projections as well. High expectations for the Longhorns. Pretty much everyone is picking them to win the Big 12. Some actually have them in the college football playoff, including 24/7 Sports. So 24/7 Sports has Texas playing Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. I believe they have them as the 3 seed. Ohio State is the 2 seed. And if you're a 2 or 3 seed, you're probably going to play in the Rose Bowl, because unless it's a West Coast team, the number 1 seed is going to be playing in the Sugar Bowl. So that's, I mean, how about this matchup though? The history of these programs, we're talking about 2 of the greatest programs of all time in college football, playing in the Rose Bowl, the final Rose Bowl of this era of college football before we go to the 12-team playoff. Just would be a fantastic matchup. 2 great offenses. Would love to see this matchup if it does play out. So Texas, Ohio State in the Rose Bowl in the college football playoff semifinals, according to 24/7 Sports. CBS Sports has Texas in the Peach Bowl against Clemson, so not quite making it into the playoff, but still a New Year's Six Bowl and a big-time bowl game here against the Clemson Tigers. Interesting matchup here. I don't know how this one would go. It would be I mean, 2 again big-time programs going at it here, and you know, if you don't make the playoff, you got to worry about opt-outs and all that. So I don't know how all that would go in this game, but if both teams are full strength, yes, this will be a big-time matchup here. All right, we go to Athlon next. They have Texas in the Cotton Bowl, so they've also got them in a New Year's Six Bowl playing Utah. So Texas versus Utah here in the Cotton Bowl. I'm assuming that means they have Utah winning the Pac-12 championship and Texas winning the Big 12 championship. And so I think these teams met, was it an Alamo Bowl a few years ago? I can't remember for sure. But this should be a good matchup here. It's the defense of Utah against that offense of Texas. Which one would win the day? Of course, again, same thing, opt-outs, all that. Who knows what would happen? But if both teams are full strength, I think this would be a really good game. So this is the schedule for Texas, and what we're going to do every single week on the channel, we will look at the schedule, look at the games that have already taken place, and then try to predict the rest of the schedule. Obviously, no games have been played up to this point. We'll try to predict the rest of the schedule, and then we'll project where they're going to go in the postseason. So this is the schedule, and now we look at my preseason prediction for Texas. I've got them going 10-2, so I think they lose a couple of games. I do have Texas beating Alabama. I continue to believe that they will beat Alabama. I haven't seen the teams play yet, so we'll see when we get to that. You know, after this weekend, potentially I may change my mind, but as of right now, I've got Texas winning that game. I've talked about how I just felt like they were the better team last year. Bryce Young really bailed Alabama out. They don't have Bryce Young this year. Texas should be even better. I think they can go on the road and win that game, but I think they slip up somewhere just because they just do this every year. And until I see them get through all these games, I just think they're going to trip up a couple of times. So I've got them losing 2 road games, Baylor and TCU. Now, I think TCU talent-wise can match up pretty well with Texas. I think people are sleeping on TCU. I know they lost some really good players, but I really think they're going to be good this year again. I think they've done a really nice job with their roster. And then Baylor's that one game. That's the game, you know, coming off a big one over Alabama. Then you beat Wyoming easily, and I just could see them tripping up on the road. Baylor's going to be a pretty good team this year. Other than these games, though, I mean, you got Texas Tech. That's a rivalry. That's at the end of the year, and you know Texas Tech's going to be really fired up for that one. And then, of course, Oklahoma. But those are the 4 games. Then Alabama. Those are the 5 games that I think are going to be the toughest challenges for Texas. I think every other game, they should be able to take care of business. And you get BYU and Kansas State at home, Kansas at home. That's all, you know, that's big as well. So I've got them going 10-2, then winning the Big 12 championship, and that's going to put them, for me, in the Fiesta Bowl. So I've got Texas versus USC in the Fiesta Bowl. This would be a great matchup. You know, Texas Ohio State would be good. I think this one also would be really good. 2 great offenses. Should be a high-scoring game. Caleb Williams versus Quinn Ewers. And again, if we get this matchup, please no opt-outs, or at least the quarterbacks, please play in this game. I would love to see that matchup, and that will be a really fun one, I think. So I've got Texas in the Fiesta Bowl versus USC. Where do you see the Longhorns? Give me your projections for this team down in the comments below.